Okay, picture this. A group of kids, after just 12 weeks of coaching, are on a stage holding an audience of 10,000 adults completely captivated. The legendary Bob Proctor did this. He coached them for just an hour a week, mostly over the phone. And whatever they learned in those 12 weeks was so powerful, it turned them into absolute rock stars on that stage.
I mean, really think about that for a second. 10,000 people hanging on every single word from a bunch of kids. And it all boiled down to one single transformative idea they were taught. An idea that can literally change how you handle every challenge you face, every single day. So the big question is, what on earth was it?
We are absolutely going to unpack that powerful secret right here. But to really get why it's so genius, we have to talk about something we all go through. You know the feeling? Someone says something, a situation goes sideways, and you feel that hot flash of anger, that knot in your stomach. And right then and there, you're not in control anymore. The situation is. So to really see how this trap works, let's just look at a classic, real-world example that Proctor himself used to share. It's the perfect illustration of what happens when we fall into that trap of just reacting. All right, so you've got a kid playing basketball. The coach makes a call he doesn't like, and he just blurts it out, calls him stupid. And what happens? He's benched. He's in detention. He reacted, and in that split second, he gave away all of his power to the situation. And this isn't just about some kid on a basketball court. I mean, look at this next one. A boy says something mean, she reacts instantly with a shove. And bam, she's headed straight to the principal's office. Now, in both cases, the trigger was something outside of them, but they're the ones who paid the price. And this isn't just about getting detention. It's about wiring a really dangerous habit deep into our brains. You see, every single time we react like this, it's not just a one-off loss. We are actually training our brains to be weaker. We're reinforcing a pathway that basically tells us, hey, whatever happens out there has total control over what happens in here. Proctor said it perfectly. This right here, this is one of those fundamental laws of personal power. It's so simple, but it is so profound. The second you give in to that knee-jerk reaction, you've just handed over the keys to your own car. You've lost control. But, and this is the good news, there is a powerful alternative to this losing game. All right, so this slide breaks it down perfectly. Over on the left, you've got reacting. That's where the situation's in control, where you actually get weaker, and where you lose. But over on the right, you've got responding. That's where you're in control, where you get stronger, and where you win. So the billion-dollar question is, how do we get from that left column to the right one? Well, it all starts with one simple action. Okay, let's rewind the tape and go back to our basketball player. What if, in that tiny little gap between the coach's dumb call and his outburst, he just did something different? What if he chose to respond instead of react? I mean, that single moment of pause, it would have changed absolutely everything.
He could have thought to himself, okay, yeah, that was a bad call, but then taken it one step further. You know what? The coach is human, he's doing his best. This doesn't have to define the game. And instantly, he stays in control, he stays in the game, and most importantly, he keeps his power. And this isn't some one-time magic trick, it's a strategy that works for everything. Let's try it with our second case.
That 13-year-old girl, she could have just seen the boy's words for what they were. Just noise, you know? Just immaturity, and then chosen to let them bounce right off of her. Sure, she avoids trouble. That's great. But the real win? She walks away feeling powerful because she proved to herself that his words had zero control over her. This is a skill, and just like any other skill, you can learn it.
And here it is. This is the playbook. This is how you do it in the moment. Step 1, just notice the trigger. That's your alarm bell going off. Step 2, take that crucial pause. Seriously, one deep breath is all it takes to create that space you need. Now, step 3, this is the real game changer. You shift from emotion to logic by asking yourself, okay, what's the learning experience here? And finally, step 4, you consciously choose the response that keeps you in the driver's seat.
Which brings us all the way back to that stage, with those kids in front of 10,000 people. I told you at the very beginning that they were taught one simple secret, the one idea that gave them that unshakable, rock-solid confidence to own that entire stage. Well, here it is.
That was it. That's the whole thing. They learned to take control of their inner world so they could master the outer one. They understood that in every single moment, they had a choice, to be controlled or to be in control. It's a lesson that applies to literally everything in life.
This is the ultimate takeaway right here. Every time you pause and choose your response, you're not just winning that single moment.
You are building the muscle of self-control. You are literally getting stronger. So let's make this super practical.
So, let's put this into practice right now, together. Think back over your last week. When was the moment that you reacted instead of responded? Maybe it was stuck in traffic, or in a stressful meeting at work, or maybe with a family member. Go ahead and share your story down in the comments, because by reading each other's examples, we can all get so much better at mastering this winning habit.